Flakes are flying on Fort Live radar, and it looks like they'll be around for the evening commute. How many more days will this actually occur? Karen?
We have breaking news from Rochester Hills, where sheriff's deputies say a man just turned himself in and made a shocking confession. From Texas, we're following a disturbing investigation into exploding packages. 2 people dead, and investigators question if race is a factor. Paula.
Preparing to be heard on a national level, how local students are getting ready for a synchronized national walkout to protest school violence.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. Let's start with breaking news as a Rochester Hills man has reportedly confessed to killing his wife. That's according to the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Deputies were called to a home on the 3400 block of Evans Avenue for a murder investigation. They found a woman dead on the couch with gunshot wounds. The sheriff's office says her husband turned himself in and told the front desk deputy that he had just killed his wife. He is in custody. Right now, we don't have the couple's names. The 22-year-old man accused of killing Oakland County Sheriff's Deputy Eric Overall on Thanksgiving Day will stand trial. Christopher Barrick faces first-degree premeditated homicide and murder of a peace officer. Police say Barrick was issued a speeding ticket earlier that night before going to the Lapeer County Jail and threatening officers. In court today, video was released of Barrick leading deputies on a chase and then hitting and killing Overall. Our Jason Colthorpe will take a closer look at what happened in court. His full report tonight at 5. Waterford police need your help finding a suspect in an armed robbery at an ATM. Police say the man on your screen approached the victim at the Chase Mobile ATM on West Huron on February 14th. Now, the victim was in his car, put his debit card into the machine and entered his PIN number. And that's when that robber approached with a semi-automatic handgun. The victim was so scared he drove away, leaving his card in the machine. The robber was able to steal $200 from his account. The suspect may have driven away in a 2-tone burgundy SUV with the driver's side brake light out. Waterford police are asking you to call them if you have any information. We are seeing some snow flurries this afternoon, and you have to watch out for some snow squalls as well. Let's bring in Ben Bailey for our first forecast.
Hey, Karen, yeah, the flakes are definitely out there, and so far accumulation has really not been a problem. We have had reports out in Washtenaw County of over an inch of snow, but that's far the exception. Most of this is nuisance snow, and visibility changes are really going to be the only thing that's going to bother us as we get into the afternoon commute. You can see on the east side, this is where most of the snow showers are at currently, so likely affecting 94 there between Port Huron and the city. As that area rotates out, we've got more that are going to rotate in, and these are going to last a little bit longer than sunset. In fact, we'll probably be seeing flakes through about midnight tonight. Temperatures relatively consistent, right around that freezing mark. Haven't had much luck with any of these sticking to the pavement. We'll see if that continues as we look at another shot of snow for tomorrow, and we'll look at that in a few minutes, Karen.
All right, thank you, Ben. We've got some breaking news from Austin, Texas, where the ATF is investigating 3 explosions. The third happened this afternoon, just hours after a deadly blast killed a teenager and injured a woman. The morning blast happened when a package was delivered to a home and then exploded after it was opened. Police had just linked this morning's blast to another package explosion that left a man dead earlier this month. In those 2 cases, the victims were African American. Police have just announced the third explosion injured an elderly Hispanic woman, and those injuries are critical. President Donald Trump is under fire at this hour after the White House announced its new gun safety proposal. The new plan will allow teachers to be armed, but something the president has been talking about is missing. Kimberly Gill following reaction to the plan. And Kim, some students obviously from Parkland, Florida are concerned.
Yeah, they are concerned. Karen, good afternoon to you. And one student has some tough words for the president. Mr. Trump recently defied the National Rifle Association when he spoke in support of a plan to raise the age for purchasing firearms. But that plan is conspicuously absent from this proposal. The new White House proposal on guns and violence in schools leaves the minimum age for purchasing guns at 18. The plan does, however, call for bolstering background checks and expanding mental health programs. The president's proposal includes federal funding to provide firearm training for teachers. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos of Michigan has been named to lead a study commission on school safety. But some students from the school where 17 people were killed are challenging the president to do more.
I asked him, why? Show us that you're better than these other politicians, that you aren't owned by the NRA, and that you actually want to take action. Those proposals were great, but proposals without action remain proposals.
Everything is on the table, and the commission that is being formed, of which I will lead, is going to be looking at this issue along with a number of other issues. And the point being that we have to get much broader than just talking about guns and a gun issue where camps go into their corners.
And as he often does, President Trump took to Twitter this morning and addressed his position on the minimum age for gun purchases, saying in part, quote, on 18 to 21 age limits, watching court cases and rulings before acting. Things are moving rapidly on this, but not much political support, to put it mildly, end quote. So the president did emphasize today that he continues to support a plan to ban the sale of bump stocks, which can turn a semi-automatic weapon into an automatic one. Karen, much more reaction to all of this coming up at 5 and 6, including some rough reviews for Betsy DeVos, who's now taking the lead, as I mentioned, on this issue. Join us at 5 and 6. Until then, Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Kim.
Sure.
Here at home, many students are preparing for a national walkout on Wednesday. The protest will honor those killed in Parkland, Florida, and put pressure on lawmakers to take action. Our Paula Tutman tells us students from a diverse group of local schools throughout Metro Detroit are working together to send a message.
You know, one thing that's really clear is this is not a one-size-fits-all national synchronized event. Students are planning, and they're figuring it out as they go along. Some are planning vigils. Others are planning to just lie down to honor the students who've been killed in student violence. Others are actually planning to have speeches or to speak the victims' names of student violence. But I think one thing that is really, really clear, and that is these students feel like they now have a voice, and that voice is being heard by adults and authorities in a way that it's never been heard before.
So this was militarism, alliances, imperialism, nationalism.
Of all of the voices being heard by teenagers today, the very loudest at this place in history is their own.
So Columbine was 19 years ago, right? And like that's what April 20th is marking the anniversary of Columbine. That's the national walkout. And it's been 19 years, and there's been very little done to like actually try to prevent this from happening again. Like we just, you know, we mourn, we move on. It happens again, we mourn, we move on.
The Parkland shooting has been a tipping point. The difference, hearts and prayers are no longer a singular acceptable solution.
So our plan is to walk out in hopes of it never happening to us and never happening to another school again.
And while plans are being made for walking out of class at 10 a.m. Wednesday at Novi High School and high schools and middle schools across Metro Detroit and the entire nation, what to do in that single moment when the world is dialed in is still in flux.
So after hearing from you guys who are obviously more knowledgeable about what's going on, it sounds that it's going to be in school, the event.
If all goes well, the plan is to go on the football field.
Not all students agree on this course of action.
It's possible that with the word of this whole speak out going on, there's students in this school that may have thoughts about school shooting.
School administrators are also struggling between a balance of hearing from students not old enough to vote, but certainly old enough to voice, and the very safety issues they want addressed.
One of the concerns, quite frankly, is if our students all march outside, that there would be community members or members in society at large that would come and do a counter protest and expose our students to potential danger, and I don't want that to happen. And that's why we would like our students to stay within the school.
Okay, so whether or not it is a walkout or a speak up at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, parents and students will have to join together and figure out how they want to participate depending on what their particular school is doing. How does this wield any political clout at all? Well, the students believe that it shows lawmakers that administrators and authorities are taking them seriously, and so are their parents. Karen?
They sure are. All right. Thank you, Paula. Meantime, our web team has gathered information about the national walkout in Metro Detroit. You can find more information at clickondetroit.com. First at 4, we're on top of other stories making headlines across America. We start with a chopper tragedy in New York. It was supposed to be a sightseeing trip. A helicopter then crashed into the East River and was all caught on camera. Take a look as the chopper slams into the East River late Sunday afternoon. The 5 passengers who had privately chartered the helicopter for a photo shoot all died. The pilot was able to free himself out of the harness. He was the only survivor. The pilot was heard reporting engine failure, but it's not clear exactly what went wrong. Federal regulators are investigating this afternoon. President Trump will get the military parade he's been hoping for, but one piece of hardware will be missing. The Pentagon has released a memo saying the parade will feature a heavy air presence and wheeled vehicles, but it will not include tanks rolling through the streets of Washington, D.C. There's been some concerns the tanks could damage D.C. streets. The parade will roll from the White House to the Capitol on Veterans Day, November 11th. Still ahead, he is being called one of the dumbest criminals in California. When you see this video, you will understand why. Also, a country music star collapses on stage. We'll tell you what his wife told fans and how he's doing this afternoon. Up first, fertility experts say it hardly ever happens. Now, it's happened twice in 1 week. The devastating news for hundreds of couples next.
First Chip coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
And the sign might say Pistons versus the Lakers, but the big tournament coming is Michigan State in the NCAA tournament. A huge thing here at LCA, but also there could be some huge scams. A couple of pointers and things to avoid when trying to get inside LCA.
All right, thank you, Nick. More frozen embryos and human eggs could be at risk after new trouble at another fertility clinic. This time, a clinic in San Francisco says thousands of eggs and embryos may have been damaged after a liquid nitrogen failure in a storage tank. The Pacific Fertility Clinic notified about 400 patients about the failure over the weekend. Some eggs were found to be viable, but the embryos still need to be checked. Just last week, an Ohio hospital had a refrigerator malfunction, leading to a similar problem there. Some scary moments for country music star Tim McGraw and his wife Faith Hill and their fans. This is video from a concert in Ireland last night. Now, you can't see the exact moment, but McGraw actually collapses on stage just after finishing this song. About 20 minutes later, his wife comes back on stage and tells the crowd her husband was suffering from dehydration and she decided he is not coming back to the stage. A spokesperson says McGraw was treated and he is doing fine. The couple brings their tour to the United States at the end of May. Ben is back, and when you said flurries, it was a little upsetting. Wasn't it?
You're done with
that,
I'm
so done now. I think, yeah, like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for these flurries and snow showers to accumulate, but they're still going to be out there.
Yeah, they're there, and you see them, and you're like, come on, spring. Just...
It's the optics more than anything.
Exactly.
But yeah, we've got this and then another day of it tomorrow before we're finally going to turn the corner. The stuff that's out there now, not really all that impressive as far as how much is stacking up. The thing that we are going to watch is visibilities, and you'll remember from that pileup incident that happened near Jackson last week that even though the reporting stations are not showing problems, it's what can happen in between here that could be issues. Right now, visibility at Port Huron is down to 1.5 miles. I doubt that that's any lower in between those reporting stations, just looking at the intensity on radar, but it's possible we could see a couple snow squalls before the evening is done. The morning looked pretty on storm pins. This is a shot that we got in the sun just before it hit that cloud deck, and they said even though it is cold, the sky can still be beautiful, and that's true. We will be seeing a lot more of the sunshine on the back end of this forecast than what we're going to be getting on the front end. Wind chills are below freezing. Temperatures are above it at 36, and that's why I see a couple of these drops out there on the camera lens, and it's not the snowflakes sticking to it. We will see these hanging around through at least the evening hours. In fact, likely not going to see these wrap up until we get a little bit closer to midnight. Overnight, we should be generally dry with just a stray flake here and there. And then tomorrow, we've got another shot of getting some snow showers. Most of these are going to be in the afternoon and evening. You see how everything sort of balloons up once we get past 3 o'clock. And again, that's going to last into the evening, finally shutting off about midnight. And then things get a little different as we finish out 7-day forecast, and we'll look at that in a second. 26 tonight. Snow showers are going to be ending during the evening, late evening, likely closer to midnight for a lot of us. And our high temperatures tomorrow, keep in mind that our averages are in the mid-40s this time of year. We're only going to see 36 in Detroit, and that's going to be one of our warmer numbers tomorrow. South zone high temperatures as we head into the afternoon with those snowflakes around, generally mid-30s, 35 in Luna Pier and Moreau, ranging all the way to 33 in Onstead. West zone, most of us are going to be above freezing. In fact, we should hit that mark in the northern sections of the zone from Howell up to Flint. And once you get north of M59, there will be some spots that do not make it to 32 tomorrow. Sanilac County, Lapeer County, 2 of those locations. Got to get down here towards M59 to get above 32 tomorrow afternoon. And the temperatures will be going up as we get towards the later parts of the week, but it is going to be a slow climb. 38 on Wednesday, 41 on Thursday. We finally hit the mid-40s over the weekend, which of course is St. Patty's Day. It's an indoor holiday if we ever had one. Sunday, we will be seeing a few extra clouds, not quite 50 degrees. And Karen, that looks like the warmest temperature that we're going to have in the forecast. So getting above average is going to be a chore going into the next 7 days.
Well, we can take 45 and 49 at least, right? Thank you, Ben. Still ahead, we've got a sad news for travelers who enjoy happy hour drinks in midair. A major airline making some changes. We'll talk about that. Plus, he's being called one of the dumbest criminals in California. We will show you this guy's struggles and why this robbery could have been so much easier. But first, as we go to break, here is your look at how the markets have closed for your Monday. The Dow is down, the NASDAQ up, S&P 500 down. Here are your automotive stocks. We'll be right back.
A car hit by
A Sacramento animal shelter is poking fun at what it calls one of the dumbest criminals in the city. Now, you just saw that guy crawl through the door, and he's trying to steal a gumball machine. But obviously, he's struggling. The machine is too big to fit through the door. Gumballs spilling out all over the floor. I don't know if you see, but he totally misses a cash donation box sitting on the nearby counter. Finally, he takes the machine out another door and throws it over the fence. Police are still looking for this gumball bandit.
So he lost all the gumballs. He broke the glass.
Well, I'm assuming there's some money, but I mean, really, how much money is there for gumballs? Like maybe 10 cents, 25, but even if it's quarters, maybe? But I don't know.
He's done. You're right.
He's over. Trending stories, ready or not, drone package deliveries could be flying through your neighborhood by this summer. The White House has been pushing better cooperation between federal regulators and businesses to get the drones off the ground. While still, there could be further delays over security concerns on the part of the local and national law enforcement. But right now, it seems drone delivery is all but inevitable. Amazon, Google, and General Electric are among the companies preparing to use drones. Can you imagine this happens in summertime and all the kids are out playing and these drones are zooming around?
You know, I thought about that. I wonder what's louder, the UPS trucks that deliver the packages or the drones?
Probably
it's probably going to be close.
It's going to be a little loud. Happy hour. Oh, could be a little less happy for some if you're flying Southwest Airlines. That's because the airline ending its $5 happy hour every hour menu. Adult beverages will now cost $6 or $7. Southwest says that's still less expensive than some of its major competitors, and you will pay less if you are a frequent flyer or you use some of those drink coupons. By the way, if you are flying on St. Patrick's Day, you will get a free drink this Saturday. Trending also this afternoon, one of Hollywood's most powerful couples headed to the D this summer. Beyonce and Jay-Z are hitting the road with a new tour called On the Run 2. It starts in June with 15 dates in Europe, 21 dates in North America. The married couple last toured together 4 years ago. The new tour will stop at Ford Field August 13th. Mark your calendars. Tickets go on sale next Monday, March 19th. Coming up, first at 4, many of us have been feeling a little extra sleepy today thanks to the return of daylight saving time. Still ahead, we celebrate National Nap Day. Yes, it is nap day today.
And I don't know how you...
Finally, first at 4, we're hoping some of you had a chance to celebrate National Nap Day.
By going to sleep?
Yeah.
It falls on the Monday after daylight saving time returns. It is an unofficial holiday started back in 1998 to remind people about the benefits of napping. Who knew? For example, we're told napping 3 times a week can lower heart-related deaths by 37%.
Obviously, many of us could use a nap. Some estimates say about 60 million Americans are sleep deprived at any given time. Some famous people that like to nap include Presidents John F. Kennedy and Ronald Reagan, Albert Einstein and Thomas Edison.
You wonder, though, if you nap regularly, if that just sort of robs you from getting good sleep.
I have to say, I do know a few people who do a regular nap because they work from home, and they do this like every day, and they are great with it. I just couldn't do it. Mess up your hair and makeup, and then you're like jumping up. And, I don't know, it'd be a hot mess. Well, if you did have a nap today, we sure hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being awake and joining us for First at 4. We'll be back in a half hour with Local 4 News at 5. Inside Edition's next.